And they will get rid of Mav. Mav's not in this match, but he's gone now from play. In terms of operators.
Goodbye, Mav.
Liquid, who are you going to get rid of on attack? Oh boy, this is going to be... Parker, as we like to say, this is going to be one of those.
Oh, it's going to be one of those.
It'll be one of those. So, for those of you who don't know what we're talking about, I'm going to briefly explain what just happened in the attacker ban phase. There are 2 operators currently available to competitive play that can deal with things like bandit batteries, mute jammers, and Kaid electro claws on the other side of walls, other than doing it through the soft destruction method. And we just saw the 2 that are available banned out, which means on a map where hard destruction is very important, there's probably not going to be a lot of it.
No. This is mutually assured destruction.
During the SSG versus Team Reciprocity game, we saw the effects of a Thatcher ban. In the Liquid versus MIBR game, we saw the effects of a Thatcher ban compounded with a Maverick ban. But more interestingly than that is these bans created a meta within the particular match that these 2 teams played in. You'll notice right now in the top left-hand corner that Team Liquid isn't bringing a single hard breacher. And I'll let Kix explain why that's happening.
The big thing is, if you're not going to be allowed to hard destruct anything, sure, don't bring a hard destructor. Play off the bottlenecks. Play off your better fragging potential, because that's what Liquid's leveraging right now. The probing and hunting the roamers, it's working for them. Then they're playing point of contact on the site, and that's working for them even better. The logic with the bans is actually kind of been thrown out the window, to be honest. I think that they've just cut out a part of the game, and they're ignoring it. Both teams. Because we're noticing not even a bandit is being played, it's just a mute. And that could be dealt with a lot easier than a bandit or a Kaid.
Well, I mean, they don't need the bandit if Liquid's not bringing a hard breacher.
Right, totally fair. Yeah. But what I'm saying is, what I'm trying to express is that for both teams, they have just yoinked out the whole hard destruction part of the game, and they're just playing as if it doesn't exist. That's what it seems.
It is a very odd way to watch Villa.
It is, especially for this
map.
Very
odd to watch Villa, yeah. A very defender-sided matchup in which you see a Maverick and a Thatcher ban would suggest that this will be even greater defender-sided. And that's just not it. That's not what she wrote right now.
So, this first round, Ness gets a very nice shot from the entrance of Trophy onto a player playing 90. There's no fault there. MIBR, for the most part, is playing very on-site. We see Bandit in Aviator, Smoke top of stairs, paired with Jaeger, and then there's a roamer underneath who can deny vertically OC4. Default reinforcements, not a whole lot to talk about in that regard, just an early pick for the attackers. Moving forward, we're now towards the execute. All that Liquid have done at this point is they've established map control from the entirety of the north end. All of that north end has been cleared. They cleared through Trophy, Master, etc. in order to get to this point. But with 7 seconds left, they need to plant, and Smoke's denial should do enough to make this impossible. The thing is, the gas canister is just short of the position where they're going to decide to plant, so the lethality of his denial doesn't actually work in this case. Let's talk about the way that Liquid are covering during plant. They have Paulo, who just looks a little bit lost, frankly. He's going to be running down 90. He's going to be moving back towards his landing position to cover his teammates' flanks. But the real stars of the show here are these two. I want to point out that Dokkaebi is proned and IQ is standing. The reason why Dokkaebi is proned is because she's covering the angle that a defender has to wide around this vault door. As she holds that proned, they don't want the crossfire of IQ, who's holding study door, to team kill one another. So with these two positions, these two players are able to successfully hold down the plant. And so we'll just let the round play out now.
Through, not full coverage as he's getting the plant down. Maring is watching. Outswings the Bandit. 2 for Liquid. Their guns come alive. Hugsword is down as well. Cyber in a 1v4. Make that a 1v3. Doesn't look the right way. Diffuser down for Team Liquid. An excellent positioning for them in the post plant.
Different round, same thing. Once again, our attackers are going to be pushing from the north side into the landing spot, and then the attackers are going to attempt to plant inside of Aviator behind that vault door. It's the exact same take, nearly the same setup from the attackers. Off screen, there's a kill onto most likely some kind of flank, or maybe a push into study, and then we just saw that Valkyrie dies, triggering that barbed wire sound cue on red. A lot more plant denial this time from MIBR. They have the Maestro and the smoke still alive, so those denial pieces are definitely in play, but they're really just overpowered by the number of attackers that Liquid have. We'll let this play out a little bit. So the positions that they've set up for the plant coverage is one in study. That was the kill onto the Jaeger. One outside of landing, and these two players are able to hold crosses into the bomb site where we have a planter on maps. And so we can let this play completely out. Well-placed C4 from Bandit removes the planter, but ultimately traded out, and the attackers win once again. What I think is so cool from Team Liquid's perspective is they know there will probably be the default reinforcements on Villa that you would see in a normal ranked game. Then let's think about the choke points and possible plant positions they could take into. Well, there are 3 doorways to get into site. The default plant spot is typically behind bar, vault door, and then sometimes maps and the bomb chassis in B. Well, what's the issue with trying to push through into games and planning in bar? The problem is there's only one door, so the defenders can hold from vault or aviator, even bar itself, in order to contest the entry into site. They also have narrow angles that would be able to hold the same entry. Pushing through a single doorway is a major choke point and essentially just creates a fatal funnel for the attackers. So that's why Team Liquid never even attempt to push through game's door. So when they push through landing, there are a couple of angles that they need to be concerned with. And I think that the reason why Team Liquid was able to get away with these 2 plans is because MIBR never had a bar angle onto the landing doorway. This angle, which can also be held just on the corner of the reinforcement and the soft wall, would have contested this choke point. If you have the Alda staring at that door, there's no way anyone is running through before they get obliterated. Something that MIBR was very good about is always establishing control inside of vault in order to contest the aviator door. But it doesn't really matter if the plant and execute are coming through landing twice, which is the case in the first 2 rounds. In the 3rd round, we'll see that MIBR will contest vertically, but also they will have a player behind bar and vault denying both these entries into site and ultimately denying a plant at all from happening. So good adaptation from MIBR, maybe a lack of understanding with what Team Liquid was doing twice, but I think that this push from Team Liquid should have been pretty easily predicted. Wasn't, and Team Liquid got away with winning 2 attacking rounds with a Thatcher and Maverick ban on a Games and Aviator defense. Very impressive.
They have C4 to deny from below. That's going to be Navi's. Yep. They have plenty of denial in the site as well with other C4s and smokes. So this is a really good spot for MIBR to find themselves in. Liquid's going to have a tough time on this one. We might end this half 4-2 just because of the setup.
And we get to see that Liquid is doing more than what they need to for drone work here. Navi's a beautiful shot. He doesn't lose that one to Moringa. 2 from MIBR as they add to that tally and tack on yet another. Liquid in rough spot. Ooh. Beautiful shot from PSK as he gets Cyber on a platter.
So little time, though.
Only 15 seconds left. It doesn't seem like there's any real urgency. Bullet guns down Nesk. Sexy is in the smoke. He's taking so much damage. PSK goes in. Navi's is below. There goes the C4 to take out PSK. Sexy will have to go for frags as there's no way he's going to be able to get that diffuser down. And no way he's even going to be able to get a kill either. Right you were. It looked like we end the half 4-2. You're a prophet, Michael. MIBR takes that round, and we'll swap sides with Liquid now going on to defense.
Yeah, but the thing is, I mean, it took MIBR 3 different defenses on that site to figure out how to defend it. So, yeah, okay, they salvaged 1 round, but 4-2, attacking half, that is a clear-cut win, not only because obviously Liquid has more rounds, but also more just because of the nature of these bans on this map.